All right. Welcome back to the JG Speak Show. And first thing I would like to do is express my warm felt gratitude for all of my subscribers and also anyone that takes time to listen to any of my content. I greatly appreciate you. And oh, I don't know if y'all heard me. Sorry about that. I didn't have the mic up. But yeah, I want to start off the show by thanking all of my subscribers, as well as all of the people that take the time out of their busy day to listen to my commentary. Please always share and share with your friends, family members, co-workers, and bring other people to the family, so to speak. With that said, Little Xan, little Xanny, the white rapper out of L.A. Well, I won't say L.A., but from what I gathered, the Redland, California, and that's apparently the greater Los Angeles area. But yeah, recently he made some comments on the show by stating that Tupac's music, he rated him a 2 in terms of impact on a scale of 1 to 9, if I'm not mistaken, and also said that his music was boring, which was I was flabbergasted. If you, I was flabbergasted when I heard that. Let me choose my words wisely here. But um um to my surprise, not my surprise, but I was glad to see it. Waka Flocka came up and immediately said that Lil Xan should be banned from hip hop, and Ti came out and co-signed that sentiment, which I agree with anyway. But what somebody needs to tell Xan, and this is what bothers me, is that he needs to, first of all, and Lord Jamar said this: white rappers, you're guests in the house of hip hop. And let me use that analogy. Um, our metaphor, whichever. But you are. This is our house. This is our music, just like every other art form. But especially when it comes to rap, hip hop, like we take this shit seriously. Like this is our gospel music, if you will. This shit is very seriously. So you need to like watch what your fellow white predecessors has how they carried themselves in our house. Case in point, I'll use Eminem. When Eminem came out, he was very smart in terms of his words in this interview. He's never came out publicly and made a comment like Tupac music is born, saying anything disparaging or negative about somebody who we consider that's considered a god to us on a rap god pantheon, if you will. He never did that because he knew that that would have caused him issues. Paul Wall, very respectful. Paul Wall to me is one of my favorite rappers, white, let alone favorite white rapper. They watch their words, man. They're not disrespectful, and because they're not disrespectful, they have enjoyed a lot of success and tenure in our house. And so you cannot come on our house disrespecting one of our greats, one of our gods, talking about his music is boring. Now, side note, people, I don't know if you have ever heard of Little Xan because I have never heard of Little Xanny before I saw this article about this rapper said Tupac music is boring. So he has this song. Apparently, he has a song called Betrayal, and this a hit song to the masses. It has the original song has 142 million views, and I think recently Yo Gotti and Rich the Kid jumped on the remix, and I got an issue with that. But I know how these niggas is. They are opportunists in this game because I think I don't know, but I would guess my guess is that the only reason why Yo Gotti would hop on this guy's song is because to jump on that wave to get access, to his fans. So it's 142 million dumbasses who likes this song. Um, Now back to his music. Now he called pop music is boring. I took offense too because me, I pop music has gotten me through a lot of tough spots. Pop music, not only tough spots, but just plain old been educated by a lot of his lyrics, providing an array of feelings and emotions. You know what I'm saying? So pop music has done a lot for me, and not only just for me, but just a lot of people in general. Like Waka Flocka came out and said, like, his man music got me through childhood. So, his he's highly revered in our community. And so you got this rapper coming out saying this music is boring, and you got rappers like Gotti and Rich the Kid want to jump on his remix. It's like you co-signing that shit. It's like, man, what has happened to niggas when we can let people come into our house and be disrespectful and there's no checking? Like nigga, he has to be checked, and he's in LA. I mean, I know Redland is like the greater area, but he's walking around still. Now, the only time I seen him get pressed about his comments was about some kids, some high schoolers, and he ran. Little Xan, they was asking him some questions about his Tupac comments. He tried to clarify some sucker shit. Well, no, Pac a legend, blah, 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 blah. He wound up running to the local YMCA and called the cops. Now I watched the footage. Now it didn't seem like these high school kids were aggressive. They were pressing them about their questions they had that in reference to him making about Pac. He didn't like it. He ran to the YMCA, called the cops. And then he gonna make a video saying that what this little sucker said. Well, he's not a gang rapper. He's not a gang rapper, but you want to make music with gang rappers anyway. He's not a gang rapper, and not all cops are bad. You got some bad cops, but not all cops are bad. And it was just some sucker shit. But he says he's not a gang rapper, but he want to wear the gang shit in terms. Now I shouldn't say wear the gang shit, but he wants to look apart. Like he has his face tattoos, his face tats, and like his whole persona, his whole image is based on who people would consider gangster rappers, and just for the sake of rap music is concerned. So now back to his music. So I reluctantly played some of his music because I had to give this guy a chance in terms of okay, if he's bold enough, and I'm sure as an artist you have to know Pac and his music and what he stood for. So and he's from California, so I would think this little pilgrim would have some fucking insight on Pac. So on his music. And so for him to make a statement saying that Pac's music is boring, I'm thinking to myself, well, shit, if he says Pac music is boring, his music must be 10 times better than Pac, or is something on another level where someone can say, well, yeah, he's come, you know. So I said, well, let me just hear little Xan shit. Check out his music. And I can say, people, you don't have to put yourself through the torment. You don't have to put yourself through the hell that I went through listening to Little Xan's music. Don't put yourself through the turmoil. Um, um, it's going to be some mental consequences in a bad way after you hear Little Xan's music. But I did it for y'all, people. Yes, I've listened to Little Xan for y'all, so you don't have to listen to that shit. I heard that song "Betrayed" that Yo Gotti and Rich the Kid did a remix to, but like I said, the original song has 142 views. He's essentially rapping about, from what I gather, about pills and his addiction to Xannies and shit like that. So I guess those millions of viewers are all the other children, some in the suburbs and rural areas and shit who are um, on these Xannies, this new wave of drugs that these kids are doing. I don't know, but don't listen to that shit. Little Xan, just know, and I hope you get this. Your music is very boring. Like, and maybe you just only heard one song from Pac, so bless you. If you're from California and Redden Hills and you've only maybe just heard one of Pac's songs that made that, so you probably couldn't. You just didn't hear the Me Against the World album. You didn't hear All Eyes on Me. You didn't hear Strictly for My Niggas album. You couldn't hear. You could not have heard Tupac was now. You just could not have heard certain albums to make that comment. So as I think about it, maybe you just only heard like one song, and if you did only hear that one song and made it that, be smart about that, young man. You know, you cannot cast a wide net without properly doing your due diligence, little buddy. And again, these other rappers, like y'all got to, and this is the opportunity to teach. Like we should use this moment, this Little Xan situation, as a moment to teach. Like he can't be walking around that late. I'm just surprised that none of the OGs, like who Pac ran with, none of the um you know what I'm saying, the Power Rules, the Crips. Um, you know what I'm saying? Not even some of the essays, even some young soldiers. I don't know how this kid wasn't pressed walking around LA anyway. And when people like this goes unchecked, you know what happens, people? It makes other people comfortable by saying more fuck shit. And if we really care, if we really want this fuckery to stop, like we have to make examples out of little Xans of the world. Okay? So little Xan, again, I say to you, correct yourself, young man, while you still have time. All right. And to the other rappers trying to just get on these little pilgrims wave just to further your success, you don't need it, man. Like you got it, Richard Kid. You two brothers are talented in your own right. Like you don't need to hop on the little Zen remixes. If anything, like I said, man, we should use this as a teaching moment to handle this little guy, handle this kid accordingly, so other people won't make this same mistake. And again, as always, thank you for checking me out. This is JG Speaks, and subscribe if you already haven't, and if you have, or if you haven't, always spread the word, spread the show, bring more people to the family. And one thing that you will always get from me is that I will always keep it a buck with you. I'm gonna holler at you. Stay cool, be cool, keep it smooth, stay in school. The cosmic classroom, that is. Yo.